What's that about Batra Daf Kuf Ayin, turning from Kuf Samach Ter Amud Bet, 17 lines down. He eats to this woman, the Havila Zuzla Gavra gave a guy a man, gave money to a guy, the Mizban Ne'ara to buy land for her. He went, he bought the land, but he didn't buy it with a guarantee. Uninsured, basically. She came to Nachman, he said, what do you mean? I sent you to help me, to buy the land for me in a good way, and you did it in a bad way. He told him, because you did that wrong, you're going to buy it without the insurance, basically. And you're going to sell it to her with the insurance, so you're liable. Okay. Shbag says earlier, someone gave a present to his friend and got the document back. The gift returns as well. The gift stands according to Hamim. My town, the Rashbag said the gift goes back, the document goes back. Says because seemingly when the guy gave him the gift, he's giving the document to say, this field belongs to you as long as you have the document. Gemara says that's the case. So if the guy loses the document or it's stolen, does that mean the gift is canceled also? It doesn't make sense. Different reason. Rashbag holds the machlokes basically whether documents can be acquired through handing things over, and therefore Rashbag says that because you're handing over the title, that's the acquisition. So if you hand the title back, you're returning the acquisition. And contrasting, Rabbanan Sabri and Chachamim say no. Even if you give the document back, it's not considered the acquisition return, and therefore you can still keep it. Rabbanan. Someone's coming to going to the previous owner and he says, the new guy says, no, I bought the land, I've been there for 3 years, and I have a document. And Nidon Bishtar, he's judged with the document. You have hazakah, making what's machloket. Keter Avdim Maradim said, but Zirak Mifli, machloket are the same thing. Rashbag Savar Enotum Rashbag holds it does not work. But Rabbi Savar Rabbi holds it does work. Rabbi says, Imken Pelugte Demar. That doesn't make sense. Because Rashbag said in the first case, that it does work, and everything doesn't work. What's the problem? Let him argue. He says, no, the first halacha, the first braita can only say that Rashbag held that documents are the acquisition. Then that's the case, then it's a stira between the rabbi and himself. In the second case, so you know what, fine. Let's re-explain it. On the second case, what's it talking about? The document was found to have a pasul ayat. And therefore, even though there was two kosher ones, there was still a pasul one. As the follows: the witnesses to delivery of the get in the document is the reason is a good good enough acquisition. Therefore, so it's over here. That not just get, but also this document. It's good enough by the delivery of the document in front of witnesses and not you don't need the witnesses on the document. But it goes in the witnesses on the document. So too, if it's not good in this case, then that's why it doesn't work. That even if a get was signed by bad witnesses, and we'll start comparing as well. If you don't have a good witness in this deed, then it also shouldn't work. Avina, he says no. Everybody agrees that if it's written on the document, we investigated the testimony of those witnesses, and the testimony was not good. Then it's pasul, even if there are witnesses later on by delivery. Like I said earlier. Only by when you have no witnesses on it. Rabbi holds like that it goes according to the delivery witnesses, and therefore that our case as well as work. But Rashbag the signing witnesses are important, and if the document doesn't have good witnesses in the signing, it's not good. We give them a different answer. Whether or not you have to, if you have a document, you have to investigate it immediately or not, certify it. The reason why we holds, if you have a document, the guy agrees that there was a document on the item, you don't have to certify it, and therefore if you have a deed, it's good enough. But Rashbag Savar Tzrichlikam, you still have to investigate it, and therefore, if the guy says I live there, you still have to check the document. We have a different braita that says the opposite. The braita says there's a guy who lent money and a guy who borrowed money holding a loan document. The lender said, I dropped it and I picked it up, and you stole the money. The borrower says, it was yours, I paid it, and that's why I have it. You check the signing, you check the signatures to see if it's good, and the guy still owes the money, did it be? Rashbag says, you split it. Seemingly, Rabbi holds you need to certify, and Rabbi holds, we asked over there, let Rabbi had the number of Mishnah elsewhere. It's the Shnaima, two people holding on to a garment that they found. Each guy said he found it. They each swear that they each have half, at least half. They split it. So how come Rabbi holds that they don't split it? You just check the witnesses. The Gemara says, over there, it's referring to a certified document. Everybody agrees in that case you would split. Keep where is there a splitting according to Rabbi? There's no certification. Rabbi Savar holds drafting a document, you still have to certify it. And if you certify it, you still collect half. But if it's not certified, has to be with a piece of paper and it's not worth anything, gets nothing. Rashbag holds when you hold that the document is a good document, you don't have to certify it, and therefore you have to split it. And therefore, it's seemingly the Rabbi and Rashbag hold the opposite of the other case, where Rashbag would hold you certify and Rabbi would hold you split it. Whereas Epoch switched the opinions of Bamasia, and therefore it fits. Different answer, you don't switch it. In our Braita, Machlok is whether or not you have to corroborate the claim, which means the guy said that he did a chazakah and he had a document. So now, usually when you have a chazakah, you don't need the document anymore. But he says he still has it. So Rabbi holds that since he didn't have to have his document, because he didn't have it, he lost it. Therefore, once he says he has it, we certify it. Rashbag says no, since he doesn't have to have it in the first place, he doesn't lose by producing it. He had the Rabbi one time Rabbi Yitzchak had a loan against Rabbi Abba. Yitzchak, Amar Pratiyach Ben Poloni. Rabbi Abba told Rabbi Yitzchak, I paid you in front of Reuven and Shimon. Amar Lo Rabbi Yitzchak, Rabbi Yenacha said, okay, yeah, okay, let those witnesses come and testify. Amar Le says, but if they don't come, I'm not believed when I say I paid it. But the Mishnah, we have halacha says clearly, if I lent money to someone else in front of witnesses without a document, you don't have to repay me in front of witnesses. So therefore, if they testify about the loan, that doesn't help you because I don't have to pay it back in front of them. Amarli answered him, we hold the following. Once you chime in with the excessive information that there were witnesses, I borrowed in front of these two guys, then you do have to certify with those two people. So it's over here regarding this land, even though he didn't have to say that he had a document, he said he had it, and therefore he has to figure it out. Amarli says, Halacha is like Rashbag that you don't need it. After B, Lo Amar Eleveren, Rabbi said that you have to bring proof. That's only when he has to corroborate what he said earlier. Not necessarily you have to bring extra things that you don't have to bring. Amarle says, when I say you have to bring witnesses, I just say you have to corroborate as well. I'm not saying you have to verify that document because he agrees that you didn't have to because the time passed. Someone paid it back half the debt. And now the guy still had, he borrowed $1,000, paid back $500. Now the borrower doesn't want the lender to have the document because I paid back half. So what do? Rabbi Damer says, make a new document, now you owe 500. Rabbi Yosef says, no, write a receipt that you owe half. Amar Rabbi Yehuda, Rabbi Yehuda says, 1 second. It's not fair. The borrower now has to make sure he keeps his hold on that receipt, otherwise he's going to owe full. Amar Rabbi says, no problem. It's more fitting that we treat the lender because we don't want the lender to be on the hook and accept the replacement because we don't want turning off lenders from lending money because they're doing a nice thing. And therefore, yes, the borrower has to write the receipt if he needs it. And therefore, being the case that you can't, the borrower should be the one on the hook and standing to lose more because we don't want the lender to get turned off from lending money. We are starting Maseches Sanhedrin in less than a week. If you're interested, if you listen to this and you're not part of our WhatsApp chat, please give me a text at 917-304-4632. Exciting events and promotions on our WhatsApp chat. Looking forward.